He's wisely going hard into wood. You can see the berries over here. Why is he not gathering food? I just walked them past the Ottoman base. Maybe we should attack. Hey everyone. Glad to have you tuning back in. We've got a 2v2 team game here. I'm playing as the Chinese, and my ally, Defui, is playing as the French. We are on Dry Arabia, and we are up against our opponent's Badger, 1245, and Beers and Wings. They're playing as the Abbasid and the English, respectively. I like Dry Arabia as the Abbasid or the Chinese. Figured I'd go with Chinese this time, and I'm going to aggressively gather gold because I noticed that the English opponent, Beers and Wings, decided to go for Vanguard Man-at-Arms, the incredibly early English Man-at-Arms unit. French opponent wisely pivoting to another gold mining spot. And this is great. Might slow my French ally from aging up, but you can see he's getting there pretty quickly. Beers and Wings, I assume, has to still be gathering to go to the next stage. Badger looks like he has already started aging up, and now my French ally is doing the same. We'll probably see, yep, the Man-at-Arms come this way. This was probably the right thing to do. Should probably split them up and start burning down these structures. Probably a good idea to be aggressive. It's not like the French or the Chinese typically make early units, so why not? Why not get a few Man-at-Arms to put on some pressure? I'll probably put an archery range down just to scare these units off, especially knowing that my English opponent has a barracks. It'll be nice to make archers to deal with spearmen and Man-at-Arms. And we've spotted our Abbasid opponent here, gathering berries with just one villager here. Putting down a stables. We'll definitely need to bring spearmen along, but we're also seeing stone being gathered. We're going to do the same thing. The moment we saw that stone being gathered, I realized, okay, we could probably get away with a second town center. Looks like these villagers were found by the Vanguard Man-at-Arms from the English opponent. And they're just relocating this way. He's just going to go right back to gathering gold over here. This knight can clean up these Man-at-Arms. Yep. Easy peasy. And now I'd love to see, yep, my ally get active with these knights and decide whether he wants to go for a second town center or put on pressure with these knights. We are seeing some walls up. Ooh, probably should have gone around. Check to see if this gap was open. I bet the knights could have come in this way. And whenever I see an English opponent, and I'm playing as the French, I love to get over there and I love to just charge at these villagers that are trying to put down farms. I saw those two spearmen there, but it's a really good idea to just charge in, maybe get a kill. They can't watch those fields forever. We get down the Barbican of the Sun. That'll protect this gold and this stone. We're going to put down our second town center over here. Unfortunately, we're losing a villager there, but we've got a spearman. We can deal with this. Unfortunate losing the one villager. We might lose another. We'll see. Yeah. Ooh. Bracing. Yeah, we're going to lose another. That's two villagers down, but not the worst. We can produce them very quickly. In fact, let's check out income. I'm ahead in food. Opposite opponent ahead in wood, and my French ally aggressively gathering gold. No surprise there. French love to spend gold. And I'm not seeing a second town center from my French ally. I think he wants to put on pressure, and I like this. Yep, finding villagers that are building walls. We'd love to see, yep, a charge on these villagers. That's some easy kills right there. Ooh, but he's running into a bunch of spearmen. They get a good stab off there. The charge goes through, but no luck. And now these These French knights took a lot of shots. He's really going to have to retreat with them. And he's poking and prodding. He's trying to find a way in to our opponent's base. But he's encountering a lot of enemy units here. Oh, even losing a knight there to those spearmen. We're seeing him aggressively gather up these deer. That's a great idea. Oh, looks like we're running into a few spearmen, a few longbowmen coming our way. Oh, okay. Glad we've got this scout on the backside. We can kind of see if our English opponent is going to go for stone. We're retreating with our units. Unfortunately, we lead them into this mill. And so he's going to lose the gathering that was going on here. Though I'm bringing units over. I would have loved to engage here. I think these Royal Knights could come forward. He'll pivot over to these berries. Not a bad idea, but he's not got very good vision. I like the fast age up. There's the guild hall looking good. Oh, but these villagers, oh, they're getting caught out and killed. We are seeing these knights on the backside getting... Oh, I'd love to see them charge in on these. Yes, this is perfect. That's a great charge from these French knights, getting some free villager kills. If he can keep being active with that, that'll be great. We make it up to the castle age as well, but we're going to lose our second town center because we just haven't been producing units, and the opposite have. They're up to 2 town centers, and they're just producing units to try and put a stop to what I've got. Fortunately, I do have castle age units coming out. We can get these palace guards out. We're even going to supervise our 2 production centers. That way we can engage with these units. Would love it, yep, if they came close enough to the Barbican of the Sun for us to get some easy shots off. Looking good. Look at how tanky these palace guards are. They're just in here soaking up all this damage, giving the opportunity for the Barbican and my ranged units to take shots. Looking really good. I love this. Could retreat these villagers inside the Barbican. That'll give it a bit more... Oh, man, he's losing a lot of units here. I think that was a good hold. I mean, unfortunate that we lost the... this clock tower, the astronomical clock tower landmark, but we're engaging well on these units, and we'll just avoid these horsemen, and now we can engage with all of these units. We're not scared of the spearmen. My ranged units are going to start to deal with them very quickly. Yep, good to see my French ally coming forward with these archers. They're the perfect unit here. We're actually sneaking some deer up here to the north. So yeah, we did lose our second town center. We can get that rebuilt fairly quickly, though. And I'd love to see us put some pressure on either the English or the Abbasid. Not sure how. I really like this safe second town center back here from the Abbasid. Mine was aggressive and out on these deer. Didn't work out. Nice, we're repairing up the clock tower. Ooh, but my ally is losing all of these villagers. No! Oh, that's painful. And there's no textiles on these units either. Where are his forces? They were out here just chasing units, it looked like. I'm going to head out on the map. I figure, why not? Let's get aggressive. We've got these castle age units. Maybe we can find something out here. French ally being smart, grabbing up these relics. If you make it a quick castle age, you should take advantage by grabbing relics off the map. Yeah, there they are. Love seeing that. Oh, his villagers keep going out and getting found. Oh, this is so dangerous. Really think he should maybe come over here, grab these deer, or I don't know. Farm transition does not sound good. Oh, but this is good. Just clean these units up. Yeah, this is great. And I should mention here that this was a very high rank game. I was actually the low rank here. So I was a Platinum 2. All the other players were Diamond. And after looking at the results of the game, I think one of the players on the opposing team has actually gone on to become Conqueror. So these are some very strong players. I gotta do what I can to contribute to this game. Not having much luck taking on the opposite. They're playing very defensively. Looks like they're starting to research some upgrades. And they have gone to the Castle Age. It's just our English opponent who hasn't gone up to the Castle Age. Making lots of units, but we're not really getting wins here. I really want to see us break through more of this wall, get to the backside, find these farmlands that are no doubt back here. Glad to see these farmlands being not worked. Basically, these villagers are just hiding somewhere. They're not really getting any work done. I'm going to send a knight in just to see if I can't find some villagers out here, but just get swallowed up by the spearmen. Good upgrades on these units, too. French knights, not sure if they should engage. Trying to take on all these spearmen. Looking for villagers to kill, but here come the opposite units. I don't notice. I'm going to lose my units because of it. Can't really engage here because of the camel archers. They're reducing the damage of all these royal knights. Oh, and so many units being lost here. English opponent does make it to the Castle Age. And it's looking like, oh, these opponents are coming forward. They want to, oh wow, camel riders too. My French opponent needs to recognize that these royal knights are just not the way to go. There's going to be so many look at all the anti-cavalry units here. Spearmen, camel riders, camel archers. This opposite player is just poised and ready to kill all of these French units here. My French ally really needs to be getting either archers and arbaletriers, maybe mixed in with some man-at-arms. Would love to see that. Because, yeah, oh, these camel riders, they are nasty. I'm glad we're engaging with them here, but yeah, look at the spearmen adding back up here. And my own lancers aren't going to be all that effective versus these units because there's just so much anti-cavalry here. The French knights cannot engage. They're pretty much gone. Income, opposite looking good. So am I. I'm way up there in terms of income. And I'm even using some spring alts to knock out the mangonels that have come forward. We've also secured up these sacred sites, so it looks like we're going to lose the central one. And I'm trying to wall off a little bit here. Opponents have done a good job walling off. Oof, having to retreat villagers from over here. Once again, the Barbican of the Sun defending my base. But man, this is a lot of enemy units. And here's all those arbaletriers, a great idea. And look at that, all 5 relics being captured by my ally. That's looking great. But oh, those mangonel really hurt these crossbowmen, the arbaletriers. And I'm not really sure what unit composition to go here. We could make lots of crossbowmen to take on all these man-at-arms and camel riders. Well, actually, they're light. Never mind. But it's so hard coming up with a good unit composition to take on our enemies. All I know is that lancers are not the way to go. We need to get infantry. Yes, and some siege of our own. With this nest of bees, we can deal a lot of damage to these longbowman armies that keep showing up. And oh, my French ally's going to lose a lot of villagers here. Yeah, I love the arbaletriers. They're a great choice. Seeing lots of units streaming through the center of the map, thanks to that outpost there. Up here, losing villagers to this keep. Still trying to play the siege game, but there's just too many units for us to maintain any kind of siege presence. Look at all these man-at-arms, lancers. It's just too much for us to handle. And the keep goes up, but look how many villagers died over here. There were so many villagers dead. And it's great to see the keep up, but The enemies are just going to pivot and start attacking my base, probably with mangonels. Would also love to see trade get going. I'm glad I'm grabbing up all this gold on the map, but we do need to set up a trade route. We need markets here and markets here, because our opponents have no doubt done that. With an opposite opponent, you have to assume that's what they're going for. And just look at all these units up here. And notice these are English outposts, so they're getting the network of castles upgrade. And yep, here comes a keep on the front lines. That's going to provide them siege units. More and more siege unit production. I end up producing a keep on the front of my base, and it ends up being a good choice. They're gonna have to deal with this. They can't just leave it. I do have a bunch of villagers inside. We're getting boiling oil, and this battering ram, yeah, it's gonna lose out. I'll just send the villagers out to burn it down. We'll quickly repair the keep, and they have to retreat. So they're probably gonna have to age up before they do anything. I am winning in stone and gold. I'm kind of flickering up there in terms of food. My French ally is crushed. I'm not sure what's going on here. It was probably a lot of villagers lost during this siege. Man, that's a tough loss for him. I'm guessing he's behind on villagers, and he's only had that one town center this whole game. I haven't seen him expand. Fortunately, he's got all the relics secured, so he's gaining lots of gold, but I'm just not seeing something sustainable. He needs villagers. Oop, gonna lose my nest of bees here. And I'm probably gonna lose the springald too. I gotta pay attention to these units here. Fortunately, they're clock tower springalds, so the extra health does mean a lot. And here he comes charging in to kill the springalds. Oh, it gets one of them. Now we need to engage, fire down, get rid of all these springalds. It's turning into a big springald war here. And look at all of these units. And there's still tons of anti-cavalry in here. Look at all of the longbowmen. They've all got the network of castles upgrade, so they're firing so quickly. We need nest of bees and mangonels, but I haven't seen... We should see some more units coming. Yeah, we should see some more mangonels coming from my ally. And my ally does age up to the Imperial Age. I've been there. English opponent is there. Probably going to start to see those Imperial upgrades coming through. Love the nest of bees here. Dealing good damage to the longbowmen. But, yep, those springalds are still out here. And there's my own university going up, but gosh, I need either this nest of bees to deal with these rams, or we need springalds to deal with them. Oh, this is a rough time here. They're really setting a forward operation here, and there's not much we can do. I'm gonna speed things up because it's a rough decline from here. Lots of duking it out back and forth, trying to deal with their huge mass of ranged units and siege units. You can see the opposite are just making siege units non-stop with the infantry that they have here, and they're pretty much just combining their forces at the front. It's not a bad idea. I would have loved to see my allies send these knights around, look for maybe some soft targets in the back, but they have really walled off on the front here. I really think we're behind here because we just don't have the safety of trade lines, of more production centers. The keep is going to do a good job holding the line, but yeah, the trebs are already working away. And I think this is about the best I can do. Oh, nice use of the camp feature on these longbowmen. Going to patch them all up. Would also love to see a opposite keep go down in the front and then get those healing keep upgrades. Maybe that's what we're seeing right here. But yeah, this was a tough game. You saw the earlier unit composition. It was ready to completely wipe the French out. Like, no more knights ever again. That's what that army said to me. And it's been hard recovering since. My ally had a rough go of it, what with losing so many villagers and not having a second town center to repopulate. Granted, he is in the Imperial Age, so he's producing villagers nonstop, but it's a tough game. And I don't really know what the move here is. we really need to go around. Would love to see some highly mobile units go around the map, knock out some villagers. Love seeing the spring alts coming forward, getting kills, but really it's these nest of bees that we need. We need these just firing away at these ranged units nonstop. And the real issue is English are getting into the back lines. We couldn't quite get a full wall off here because they can slip through here and they can just bust through, slip around this little edge and go north up to my villagers here. So not much we can really do there. Fortunately, we have a lot of emplacements up here to deal with these units, but yeah, it's just nonstop harassment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. It was a tough one, but ultimately I'm proud of how I played. Knowing that all of these opponents were higher ranked than me, I'd like to think I put on a good show. It was cool seeing my ally go with a fast castle and then into just complete relic domination. But gosh, this combined Abbasid English slow siege push is incredible because of just the spring-all domination, the mangonels, just an incredible unit composition, really. Wow, okay, finally the Abbasid opponent making it up to the Imperial Age. And I take it back. I assumed that our opponents had a very healthy trading economy at this point, but I'm actually not really seeing any. It's just my ally gathering up gold. I've got none. I'm trying to make traders. I assumed that the Abbasid would have a huge mass of traders. It looks like maybe it's just now starting to occur. Yeah, now we're starting to see the trading happen. Yeah, there they are. Wow. Now we're going to start to see serious gold coming in. Yeah, look at that. They've queued them all up. Well, lots of lessons to take from this. Want to see more walling off. I want to see myself transition to trade later in the game, whether I play as the Abbasid or not. Because running out of gold this game was very tragic. Oh, looks like my French ally is figuring the same thing out. I think we throw in the towel here in a moment, but hope you liked the engagement, and I will catch you for the next game. See you then.